Hello, everyone. My name is Reese. This is Simple Value, and today I'm going to be talking to you about kind of what are the best accounts to take advantage of first when you're prioritizing saving for retirement or personal finance goals. Now, what I'm talking about specifically is this is going to be talking about like 401ks, HSAs, personal IRAs accounts, brokerage accounts, kind of what flow chart or what flow process should you use to prioritize where your money's going first to take advantage of both tax advantaged accounts as well as just kind of what makes sense. And so going into it, this picture is from the College Investor, which I'll leave a link in the description where it kind of gives more information about kind of the process and reasoning. But the idea here is that if you have a job and this is assuming that you're on some sort of like W-2 payroll where you're getting some sort of 401k through your employer, maybe an HSA as well, and setting up a personal brokerage and IRA account. So, starting off, when you're getting paid through your employer and you're on payroll, you should have the option to get a 401k match, hopefully. Um, and the idea here is that you want to take advantage of whatever the very first thing you should do is take advantage of your employer 401k matching contribution. That is essentially free money if you think about it. So let's say you are working, you're earning 50k a year and your employer matches 5% per year. That means as long as you match 5% or contribute 5% of your salary into the 401k account, which would be 2,500 a year, your employer will also match you 5%, which would be an additional 2,500. That's a dollar for dollar 5% match. So effectively, you're getting $2,500 for free to contribute to your 401k. Now, every company is going to be different with how many percentage points that they match. Also, they may have some sort of vesting schedule or kind of like a 2-for-1 match. It just kind of depends on the specifics. So make sure you read your 401k plan documents to make sure you understand like what exactly is happening. So for instance, my 401k, I get up to 10% of compensation matched. So for every if I contribute 10% of my paycheck, I'll get 10% matched. Now, the fine print there is that it has to vest, and for me, 2.5% vest every year, so it takes 4 years to vest. But as long as I contribute 10%, I still take advantage of the match. So that's what I mean by you have to really read the fine print if you really want to understand it. But definitely take advantage of your 401k employer match, because if you're leaving money on the table that way, that's an easy thing to take advantage of. So after you've taken care of your 401k match, then you can move on to your IRA or traditional or Roth IRA. Now, kind of in a nutshell, the difference between a traditional and Roth IRA is that when you're paid your salary, you can either pay your taxes on what's going into your account in it beforehand. So a Roth IRA is after you pay your income taxes on your salary, then you can put that money post tax into a Roth IRA so that when you pull the money out, there is tax free withdrawals. And with a traditional IRA or traditional 401k, you're paying those taxes later. You're pushing it back. So you can effectively deduct your traditional IRA or traditional 401k contributions off of your tax return so that you can basically lower your taxable income. And it really depends on the specifics. If you're expecting to be in a higher income bracket later in your career, it can make more sense to do a Roth IRA. And if you're currently in the higher income bracket and you expect to be in a lower bracket, a traditional IRA may make more sense to be a tax deductible event. So make sure you understand that's kind of just in a nutshell, and there's no real answer for one size fits all. But especially if you're kind of early career and you're still working on growing, your salary and moving up the career chain, a Roth IRA most likely is the best choice. Now, you also have some income limits. Right now, we can contribute up to $6,500 per year into a Roth IRA account, and there is income limits where after you make 138K, assuming you're a single filer, the amount starts getting prorated, and you're able to contribute less and less. So if you're not able to max out a Roth IRA this way, you can still contribute to a traditional IRA. So now that we've taken advantage of our employer 401k match and we are contributing to our personal Roth or traditional IRA, one of the big things there with a traditional IRA or Roth IRA is that it gives you the freedom to select your own funds, whereas when you're in a 401k, you're typically only going to be limited to what options are provided through the employer. So now if you've taken advantage of the match and you're maxing out your personal IRA, now it can be a good time to max out your 401k. So most retirement account management websites where you can see your 401k is you can see if you are on track to max out your 401k this way. It can be a helpful visual, whether you're with Fidelity or Vanguard. I use Empower. That's what my employer partnered with. And it can give you a visualization to see if are you on track to contribute to the IRS limit, which for this year, 2023, is $22,500. So it takes, let's do some quick math, 22,500 divided by 12 is $1,875 a month. Granted, that is a pretty good chunk of change, but if you are able to take advantage of that, especially when you're younger and you have more time in the market for those savings to compound over time, you can really set yourself up for success. The time in the market is basically the key for compounding interest. Another big thing that I would personally say this college investor step 4 for HSA should be higher in the list. HSAs are a pretty unique account type. Now, not every employer offers an HSA. There's like a high deductible plan and the low deductible plans, and HSAs are typically going to be your high deductible health insurance plans. But what's special about an HSA, a health savings account, is that they are tax advantaged in a pretty neat way, where if you can contribute to an HSA, they're tax-free money in and they're tax-free withdrawals when you're using them for qualified health expenses. But not only that, when you hit retirement age, and I'm pulling this, I don't remember the exact number without having to look it up, but either 60 or 65 is when you can withdraw from your HSA tax-free for any reason. You can basically pull from it as an additional retirement nest egg that's tax-free in and out. Now, the contribution limits are a bit lower. Usually, I think right now it's at $3,500 a year or somewhere around there. So it's definitely lower than an IRA or something like that. But with so my HSA account offered through my employer is through a health equity account, or healthequity.com. And what's cool is that you can actually invest a portion of your account in the stock market. So I'm using like Vanguard, like some basically total market funds, some growth funds, kind of split it up around. And with that, I'm able to invest in the market tax-free in, tax-free out. Granted, it's not going to be like as much money that I could put in with a 401k or something, but it's still definitely worthwhile taking advantage of if it's available to you. Now, I still take advantage of, or make sure you have enough cash set aside in your HSA so that if you do have to use your HSA, it's there for you to use it. So I keep it, I basically keep a cash balance set aside to where like I keep 4,000 in it aside to where in the event that I have to use my high deductible plan, basically that's my deductible limit for the year. So basically I always have cash on hand for any health emergency. So that's HSA. So we got our 401k match, maxing out our IRA, then maxing out our HSA and your 401k if you're able to. And those are going to be the main retirement accounts to take advantage of. Some people will have access to a SEP IRA, self-employee pension, which is basically if you're self-employed, business owner, like smaller business owner, you can contribute to an additional IRA, which effectively is going to similar to a traditional IRA, where you can put money in pre-tax, so it's tax deductible now. Then you pay the taxes when you pull out, and usually it has some different contribution rules. But usually that's not going to apply to everyone. It's going to be a specific case if you're someone who can take advantage of that. It's effectively just another IRA, but for business owners who don't have like a 401k that they can do. And then lastly, after you've taken care of your retirement accounts, then tax wise, that's when it makes more sense to contribute to a standard brokerage account, because standard brokerage accounts are not going to be subject to any tax breaks. So you're not going to get any tax deductions in or out. But with a standard brokerage account, you don't have to wait until you're 60 or older to sell and pull money out. So I'm in a position where I'm taking advantage of my retirement account maxing out, and I'm still contributing to a standard brokerage account. But the idea there is that standard brokerage accounts give you that freedom to choose what you want, when to sell, when to buy, and you're not restricted on any contribution limits or timeline. So that's kind of a breakdown of the order of importance and what kind of each account type is in a nutshell. Obviously, I would definitely recommend reading through this article if you're interested to kind of get some more. Definitely, there's a lot to research about each account type, understanding what your options and fund options are. I can put a few links in the description to kind of help point you in the right direction to expand on some more information, but hopefully that gave you a pretty good idea. Remember, there's not a one size fits all. Everyone must create a game plan for themselves that suits their needs and their plans. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully that made sense. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the support. Have a great day, everyone. Peace out.